What's up, everybody? Steve Butts here with my close personal friend, Caleb Lawson.
Howdy.
Hey, Caleb. We are looking now at the newest in the Assassin's Creed series, Assassin's Creed Unity. It is finally moving to a setting that I've wanted for a long time, French Revolution Paris.
Yeah, this is 1790s Paris, and it looks amazing.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at this, just the location alone is well worth some investigation here. I was a big fan of Rome in Assassin's Creed 2. I thought the city by itself sort of formed this secondary character in the game. It seems like Paris has that same sort of...
Well, you saw right there, we just came through a building, right? That's an interior which is we haven't seen in Assassin's Creed before, so they're obviously trying to really recreate this city.
Mm-hmm. And the sense of scale here is just amazing. Caleb, I don't think I've ever seen this many people on screen in an Assassin's Creed game before.
Yeah, I mean, in that one shot, I think there are probably hundreds of characters there. And I think that they're talking about having upwards of 5,000 characters on screen at once, which is just, I mean, that's staggering.
And I'm looking at this, and you see on the left there, some guys have, kind of the same hat and things like that, but you don't really see a lot of twins in this crowd, so I'm really impressed with the level of detail. This obviously is a demo. They want to make it look as good as possible. The thing that does worry me, though, is that there's always that mission in Assassin's Creed where you're supposed to track somebody through a crowd and not shove anybody, and I don't see myself getting through a group that big. But you can see, I mean, the AI is very lively. It seems like they've got a purpose, they've got a sense of direction, and they're actually playing into sort of the larger story
and they react
that the Assassin
to you, right?
is part of. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Not just having the crowd there, but having a crowd that reacts to you is insane. And then obviously here we're seeing, like, I mean, this is co-op, right? And this is the first time they've brought co-op to the franchise. So they're doing this across, 4 consoles at once.
Right, and the shot switches back to the players here, which is, I think, a mistake, because what you don't see there is the guy goes right into the building, and suddenly you're in this incredibly detailed, very, very rich, luxurious interior space, and the transition is just seamless. You go right in the door, and here you are in this other level that we've never really played in an Assassin's Creed game before.
Yeah, and this, I mean, what's really exciting for me is I think it's very clear that this is a next-gen game in the sense that it's not just a fresh coat of paint, but they're doing things in the way they're building the levels and the way that they're, enhancing the gameplay that really I don't think you could do before now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just the attention to detail, like the little filigree on everything, the wall sconces, and look at the lighting effects here as the light comes in through the window. It's amazing. So in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, you had a chance to bring in other guys to sort of take down your targets with you, but here you're actually playing with other players, which to me it raises so many interesting questions about gameplay and strategies and tactics. You see there's another assassin on the flagpole here, and you guys are having to cooperate.
I think there's 4 of them running around during this demo, which is incredible.
It's absolutely amazing, and I love. Obviously, it's got the climbing parkour style action here, but the city is just, as I've said before, just amazingly detailed. I love all the little touches they put into this here.
Yeah, and it looks like going back to the scale thing, it looks like it's being built at a much larger scale than Assassin's Creed cities have been in the past, right? And I think in the past they were talking about cities possibly being built at 70% of realistic scale, whereas these buildings are huge, and in relation to the player character, they look much closer to like a 1-to-1 realistic scale.
Yeah, and like I'm not a professional historian of this era, but I'm sure there are a couple of anachronisms if you really get down into it. But I'm just amazed at the level of detail they've achieved here, and just being able to explore the entire map of Paris and go into so many of these different buildings and see these encounters. It's got me really excited. Like you said, it's a game that really feels next gen to me.
Yeah, and with the co-op, I mean, the one thing that's fascinating to me is coordinating Assassin's Creed style gameplay between 4 players. I mean, I feel like that they obviously have to be doing a lot of overhaul to sort of the core pillars of gameplay in order to make this all work, right?
And this, of course, it's a very, very dramatic scene here. So
hey,
I don't know if
the French Revolution.
If this is intended to be, just for the trailer or just sort of like a scripted moment in the game, but the Animus is all about inhabiting other people, and I wonder if they're actually giving the player the opportunity to see through the eyes of some of their victims at some point. Because that would be a first for the series.
I mean, they're clearly using the Animus kind of to explain the whole co-op conceit. I mean, you can see going into this demo, they have like the titles that pop up and make it very kind of Animus-y. And even here, you kind of saw a little bit of that glitch going on.
Yeah. I like how they're all differentiated by color, too. It's like you can be the Green Ranger or the Pink Ranger or whatever. That's awesome. Super excited about Assassin's Creed. We'll have more on that soon. So for all things on that and all things E3, keep it locked to IGN.